That has changed. While the rest of us were sleeping, or in the case of so many of our senators taking payoffs from Google, a tiny number of left-wing corporations took virtually complete control of all news and information in this country. Now, if Democrats want to erase a politically inconvenient news story fewer than 100 days before an election, they can do that. And they did do it. Big tech censored science. They pulled the video of doctors in lab coats talking about coronavirus research, and they hid that video from the public. That's exactly what the Chinese government so often does, except when Silicon Valley erases your freedoms, they lecture you as they do it. They've got all the ruthlessness of Chinese authoritarians, but with double the self-righteousness. It's the American version. Thankfully, none of this applies to us at Fox News. We happen to work for one of the very few mass media companies left in America that is not controlled by Google or Facebook. We can report the news honestly. Big tech can't censor us, at least not right now. You're not allowed to watch these positions on YouTube tonight, but we can show them to you here, and we're going to. Here's Dr. Bob Hamilton.
I think that it's important that all of us who are here today realize that our kids are not really the ones who are driving the infection. It is being driven by older individuals. And yes, we can send the kids back to school, I think, without fear. We need to not act out of fear. We need to act out of science. We need to do it. We need to get it done.
What you just heard is not a crackpot theory. It is at the center of mainstream science. Increasingly, what you just heard represents the consensus among physicians and researchers around the world. Children are not meaningful vectors for the coronavirus. Worldwide, there is not a single recorded case of a student infecting a teacher with the virus, not one case. And that's why so many nations around the world are reopening their schools this fall. But we're not. We've got a presidential election in November. Children must suffer so that Joe Biden can win that election. That is the imperative, the political imperative driving our so-called health policy. But you're not allowed to know that, so they pulled the video telling you that. Here's another physician from the same press conference